Ghana stands on the precipice of a momentous decision. The 2024 presidential election is more than just a routine political exercise. It is a defining moment for the nation's future. The choice Ghanaians make will determine the country's trajectory for years to come. The stakes are high, and the world is watching as Ghana prepares to exercise its democratic right. This election comes at a time of significant challenges and opportunities for Ghana. The economy, though showing signs of resilience, is still grappling with the aftershocks of global economic turbulence. Unemployment remains a concern, particularly among the youth. The government's handling of these issues will undoubtedly weigh heavily on voters' minds. On the other hand, Ghana continues to be a beacon of democracy and stability in a region often marred by political turmoil. The country's peaceful transitions of power have earned it international respect and admiration. This election is an opportunity for Ghana to further solidify its democratic credentials and set an example for the rest of the continent. The eyes of the world are on Ghana as it prepares to make this crucial decision. The outcome of this election will have far-reaching implications not only for Ghana but also for the West African sub-region and beyond. The international community is keenly observing the electoral process, hoping for a free, fair, and peaceful election that will further strengthen Ghana's democratic foundations. President Nana Akufo-Addo, having served 2 terms, is constitutionally barred from seeking re-election. However, his party, the New Patriotic Party, NPP, has selected a new flag bearer in the person of Dr. Bawumia, the incumbent vice president, to continue its legacy. The NPP's candidate faces an uphill battle as he seeks to convince voters that the party deserves another 4 years at the helm. The NPP's campaign will likely focus on its track record in government. The party can point to its achievements in infrastructure development, education, and healthcare. The introduction of the free senior high school policy, a flagship program of the NPP government, has been widely lauded, though its long-term sustainability remains a subject of debate. However, the NPP candidate will also have to address the economic anxieties that have gripped the nation. Rising inflation and a depreciating currency have eroded the purchasing power of many Ghanaians. The opposition is sure to capitalize on these issues, painting the NPP as out of touch with the struggles of ordinary citizens. The NPP's success will hinge on its ability to convince voters that it has a viable plan to address these economic challenges. The party will need to articulate a clear and compelling vision for the future, one that resonates with the aspirations of the Ghanaian people. Failure to do so could pave the way for an opposition victory. The National Democratic Congress, NDC, the main opposition party, is eager to reclaim the presidency after losing it in the 2020 election. The NDC's candidate, John Mahama, is a familiar face in Ghanaian politics, having served as president from 2012 to 2016. Mahama is banking on his experience and name recognition to propel him back to the highest office. The NDC's campaign will likely center on a message of change. The party will seek to capitalize on public dissatisfaction with the incumbent government's handling of the economy. The NDC will promise to bring down the cost of living, create jobs, and improve the lives of ordinary Ghanaians. The NDC's candidate will also highlight his own record in government. He will point to his achievements in infrastructure development, particularly in the road sector. He will also emphasize his commitment to social welfare programs, such as the National Health Insurance Scheme, which he credits with expanding access to healthcare for millions of Ghanaians. However, the NDC will also have to contend with its own baggage. The party's previous tenure in government was marred by allegations of corruption and economic mismanagement. The NPP will undoubtedly remind voters of these issues, seeking to portray the NDC as unfit to govern. While the NPP and the NDC are the dominant forces in Ghanaian politics, several smaller parties and independent candidates are also vying for the presidency. Though their chances of winning are slim, these smaller players could play a significant role in shaping the outcome of the election. In a closely contested race, even a small percentage of the vote can be decisive. Smaller parties could potentially draw votes away from the major contenders, tipping the balance in favor of one or the other. They could also influence the policy agenda by highlighting specific issues that might otherwise be overlooked. Moreover, smaller parties and independent candidates often bring fresh perspectives and innovative ideas to the political discourse. They can challenge the status quo, forcing the major parties to address issues they might otherwise ignore. In this way, they can contribute to a more vibrant and dynamic democracy. The role of smaller parties and independent candidates should not be underestimated. They may not win the presidency, but they can certainly influence the outcome of the election and shape the political landscape in Ghana. Their participation enriches the democratic process and provides voters with a wider range of choices. Ghana's electoral history offers valuable insights into voter behavior and the dynamics of its political system. Since the return to multi-party democracy in 1992, Ghana has witnessed several peaceful transitions of power, a testament to the maturity of its democracy. However, these elections have also revealed clear patterns and trends that can help us understand the potential outcomes of the 2024 election. One notable trend is the tendency for Ghanaian voters to alternate between the two major parties, the NPP and the NDC. This suggests a degree of dissatisfaction with prolonged rule by a single party and a desire for change and fresh perspectives. This pattern could favor the NDC in the upcoming election, as the NPP seeks a third consecutive term. Another important factor is the regional distribution of votes. Certain regions have historically been strongholds for specific parties. The Ashanti region, for instance, is generally considered an NPP stronghold, while the Volta region is traditionally an NDC stronghold. These regional voting patterns will likely play a significant role in determining the winner of the 2024 election. Understanding these historical trends and regional voting patterns is crucial for political strategists and analysts as they attempt to predict the outcome of the election. However, it's important to remember that past elections are not always reliable predictors of future outcomes. The 2024 election will be shaped by its own unique set of circumstances and voter sentiments. As the election draws nearer, understanding public sentiment becomes crucial. What are the issues that resonate most with voters? What are their hopes and anxieties? Gauging the mood of the nation is essential for political parties as they craft their campaign messages and strategies. The economy is likely to be a dominant theme in this election. Rising inflation, unemployment, and the depreciating currency have caused hardship for many Ghanaians. The party that can convincingly articulate a plan to address these economic anxieties will likely resonate with voters. Corruption is another issue that consistently ranks high on the list of public concerns. Ghanaians are increasingly demanding accountability and transparency from their leaders. The party that can credibly present itself as a champion against corruption may gain a significant advantage. Social issues such as education, healthcare, and access to basic amenities also remain important to voters. The party that can demonstrate a commitment to improving the lives of ordinary Ghanaians in these areas will likely garner support. Understanding these public sentiments is essential for political parties as they craft their campaign messages and strategies. The party that can effectively tap into the hopes and anxieties of the electorate will be well positioned for victory. With the stakes so high, the battle for votes is likely to be intense. Political parties will deploy a range of strategies to woo voters, each tailored to the prevailing political climate and the specific concerns of the electorate. Rallies and public appearances will remain a cornerstone of campaign strategies. These events provide an opportunity for candidates to connect directly with voters, articulate their visions, and energize their base. Expect to see massive rallies in key constituencies, with candidates appealing to both their core supporters and undecided voters. The media, both traditional and social, will play a pivotal role in shaping public opinion. Political parties will utilize radio, television, and online platforms to disseminate their messages, attack their opponents, and counter negative narratives. The battle for airwaves and online dominance will be fierce. Door-to-door campaigning, though often overlooked, can be a highly effective way to engage voters on a personal level. This strategy allows candidates and their supporters to have one-on-one conversations with voters, address their concerns directly, and build relationships that can translate into votes. The success of these campaign strategies will depend on their ability to resonate with voters' concerns and aspirations. The party that can effectively connect with the electorate address their anxieties, and inspire hope will be well positioned for victory. After months of campaigning, on the 7th of December 2024, the moment of truth arrives on Election Day. Ghanaians will head to the polls to cast their votes, deciding the fate of the nation for the next 4 years. The eyes of the world will be on Ghana as it exercises its democratic right. Election Day is the culmination of a long and arduous process. It's a day of high stakes, heightened emotions, and intense scrutiny. The Electoral Commission, tasked with overseeing the elections, will play a crucial role in ensuring a free, fair, and transparent process. Security will be paramount on Election Day. Adequate measures must be in place to prevent voter intimidation, electoral violence, and any attempts to disrupt the process. The presence of domestic and international observers will help ensure transparency and deter potential wrongdoing. As the votes are counted and the results are announced, the nation will hold its breath. The outcome will determine the direction of the country for the next 4 years. Will it be a continuation of the incumbent party's rule, or will the opposition usher in a new era? The outcome of the election will have profound implications for Ghana's trajectory. The winning party will inherit a set of challenges and opportunities that will shape its policies and determine its success. The nation's future hinges on the choices made in the aftermath of the election. The new government will need to address the pressing economic issues facing the country. Rising inflation, unemployment, and the depreciating currency require urgent attention. The government's economic policies will determine whether Ghana can achieve sustainable growth and improve the lives of its citizens. Addressing corruption will be another key priority. The new government must demonstrate a genuine commitment to combating corruption and promoting good governance. Failure to do so will erode public trust and hinder the country's progress. The new government will also need to focus on social development. Improving education, healthcare, and access to basic amenities will be crucial for enhancing the well-being of Ghanaians and ensuring a brighter future for all. The choices made in the aftermath of the election will determine whether Ghana can overcome its challenges, seize its opportunities, and achieve its full potential. The nation's future rests on the shoulders of its newly elected leaders. As Ghana stands at the crossroads of this pivotal election, the nation's future hangs in the balance. The choices made by Ghanaian voters will have far-reaching consequences, shaping the country's trajectory for years to come. The world watches with anticipation as Ghana prepares to exercise its democratic right. The 2024 election presents both challenges and opportunities for Ghana. The country faces economic headwinds, social anxieties, and the ever-present threat of corruption. Yet, Ghana also possesses the potential for growth, development, and democratic consolidation. The outcome of this election will determine whether Ghana can navigate these turbulent waters and emerge stronger. It will determine whether the country can harness its potential, overcome its challenges, and build a brighter future for all its citizens. The future unfolds, and Ghana's destiny rests in the hands of its people. The world awaits the outcome of this pivotal election, hoping for a peaceful, transparent, and democratic process that will further solidify Ghana's position as a beacon of hope in Africa. Now finally, who wins the 2024 Ghana's presidential elections? Artificial intelligence has revealed former President John Dramani Mahama emerging as the leading candidate according to multiple sources. Polls by the Economist Intelligence Unit, EIU, and Fitch Solutions indicate that Mahama, representing the National Democratic Congress, NDC, is projected to win against the New Patriotic Party's NPP candidate, Vice President Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. Recent data from Global Info Analytics also support this trend, showing Mahama with a significant lead, garnering around 53.2% of the vote compared to Bawumia's 29.6%. Additionally, Alan Kiramatin, running as an independent under the Movement for Change, has about 7.7% support. While Mahama appears to be the frontrunner, analysts caution that the final outcome is not entirely certain, as various dynamics could still influence the election. Interesting times ahead. Let me, however, use the opportunity to preach peace. Whatever the outcome may be, don't sell your peace and integrity to politicians. It will tear you and your family apart and ruin the honor of Ghana being ranked as the third most peaceful country in Africa. Be wise. Bawumia or Mahama, NPP or NDC. The days ahead keep Ghanaians in suspense. We live to see. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more videos.